Welcome back. Here on Police Report, we provide you with information on crime trends, crime prevention techniques, and community programs. But you can get additional information by visiting the Baltimore County Police Department's website as well. The address is on your screen. Press releases from the Baltimore County Police Department can be accessed on the Baltimore County Police Department's website and on our Facebook and Twitter accounts. We encourage you to like us on Facebook and to follow us on Twitter for the latest news. The Baltimore County Police Department is now hiring police cadets and police officers. For additional information, go to joinbaltimorecountypd.com or call 410-887-5542 to speak to recruiters. With us to talk about school crossing guards and pedestrian safety is Officer Jonathan Strickler and Ms. Susan Joyner. Welcome to Police Report.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Every year we go through these cycles where we need to hire school crossing guards. Tell us about the school crossing guard program, Officer Strickler.
Well, the School Crossing Guard program is a program that works in conjunction with the Baltimore County Public Schools Department of Transportation, where they deal with the school buses. Well, we also now deal with crossing the children who are walking to and from school. The crossing guards that we have out there, we have approximately 200 plus crossing guards who are currently working the streets, and they will deal with approximately 273 different posts. And when they're out there, these are the people that are currently teaching your children how to properly cross the road, where they're walking into crosswalks and they're getting your children to and from school safely. In order to be a crossing guard, it's pretty simple. You go to Baltimore County's government's website and you click on the links for applications, and there you'll see when it is posted, the school crossing guards information, all the things that we require that the guards do. So for instance, our guards are required to be of pretty good health. Obviously, we were outside. We were in all weather conditions, hot, warm, cold, snow, rain, and we're getting these children to and from school. Also, we have to get these children, the school crossing guards, they have to pass a background. So we contact Department of Social Services and to see if we've never had any maltreatment of children. We also start looking into your background, where you're dealing with your criminal record if you have one. And we're also starting to look into other issues that may be involved with your background. The guards, they actually do a great job. They go out and they protect our children, but they're also receiving a pay rate of $13.04 per hour. So an hour in the morning, hour in the afternoon, these guards go off and make approximately $26 a day times five days a week. So it's about $125, a little bit more. But the good thing is these guards get the chance to work in the morning, in the afternoon, and the rest of the day is theirs. So they get to do whatever they want, go have doctor's appointments, go visit other families and things of that nature.
And they also get to impact the lives of kids.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That is one of the best things that these guards always talk about, is that they are now talking about, I'm crossing kids that are grandchildren of the kids I crossed when they were first starting the job. So it has an impact on not only just the children, but also on the public in general.
Now, why should our viewers consider becoming a school crossing guard?
Well, like I said, the guards, they work hard, and it is a very enjoyable and very beneficial job. They can interact with the children, they interact with adults, they interact with the schools. They get to be out in public, get to be out in the fresh air, and they work, again, to help our children stay safe.
Now, Ms. Joyner, how long have you been a school crossing guard?
I've been a crossing guard for 40 years.
You've been a crossing guard for 40 years.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
It really is.
I've enjoyed it. I enjoy the children a lot.
Mm-hmm. And just tell us in a loud voice, why is it so important to you to be a school crossing guard?
Because the roads I cross are pretty busy, and half the parents are afraid to cross it also. It's dangerous, and we do have trouble with people going through the stoplights or stop signs, so there's got to be someone there responsible for the children, and I take pleasure in doing that.
And why is it so rewarding? Tell us.
Oh, you could start out with a bad day, a bad morning, and you see those little children coming up to you with their big smiles, and they're all excited to come up, run and hug you, or just tell you what they're going to do or what they've done. It's just makes me smile all the time.
And what do you enjoy most about being a school crossing guard?
The children, I think. Yeah, these elementary school kids are just I can't tell you what it's like. It's just a really heartwarming feeling to have them, and they consider you like their mother. You know,
And-
you
and-
wipe their nose, you tie their shoes, or help them with the book bag, get up one, or their jackets. It's just very rewarding.
And after 40 years of doing it, you have to love that type of job.
Yes, I do. Yeah, I always carry extra Kleenexes, Band-Aids, whatever. You never know what you might need.
And what would you say to our viewers if they were interested in becoming a school crossing guard? What would you tell them?
I tell them it's a nice job for someone who's got small children at home, or someone who's taking care of an elderly person, because you're home all day. And like Officer Strickland said, it's only an hour gone in the morning, an hour in the afternoon, and you have all the rest of the day to take care of your home or someone that's there.
Is it a great job for retirees?
Very
you
good
have
for
many
retirees, yeah.
retirees in Baltimore County,
Yeah.
and they're looking for something to do. Would you recommend it?
I would recommend it, yeah. It's very rewarding. It's a nice job.
So, Officer Strickler, once again, how does one go about becoming a school crossing guard? How do they go about
Well,
doing that?
to become a school crossing guard, you go to the Baltimore County government's website, and you're going to look for the application links. On there, you'll eventually scroll down and take a look at all the opportunities within Baltimore County that are currently hiring. And when it is posted, it will be up and it'll be underneath school guard. And you just follow the links on the website to apply. Once the application is completed, I receive the application where I review it and then begin looking into, do I need someone at a particular post, which you have recommended that you would like to do. And then I start using it on an as-need basis to hire the guards.
But we're always looking for them.
We are absolutely always looking for somebody to come out
Yes.
and apply. And then, like I said, once the application process starts, I then look into it, get you interviewed, get you fingerprinted, get your background completed, get a physical. The doctors need to make sure that you are able to be outside standing, because unfortunately you're out in the elements, you're standing, and you need to be of good health to be able to do that on a day-to-day basis, and also for 180 days of the year when school's in session.
And the weather sometimes can be challenging.
The weather is
Yeah.
without a doubt a biggest challenge that I hear, that it's cold, it's hot, it's raining, it's snowing, it's slippery, etc. It is exactly one of the biggest things I hear every day.
Ms. Joyner, would you describe your responsibilities or your job as being difficult?
I wouldn't say difficult, but you have to be dependable. You have to be there on time.
And talk about that being dependable thing, because sometimes in our society people have an issue with that.
Dependable, I would say, would be always be there on time. Don't leave early, because you never know when there might be a straggler. And I don't know, I would feel horrible if one of the kids ever got hurt.
Now, along with the whole issue of kids crossing streets and pedestrian safety, we have issues with school buses. It's that time of year, school buses are going to be back on the street. What are some safety tips that you'd like to offer to our listeners in terms of the do's and don'ts with bus safety?
Well, the first thing that I'd like to tell the listeners is to avoid the distractions. Put the cell phone down. If you have children in the car and you're taking them to school and they begin to scream, yell, if necessary, pull to the side of the road and stop and deal with the children. Also, let's not forget, when we see a big yellow bus out there, that means we have other children who are probably running to the bus stop and so forth. So you need to be cognizant of all the pedestrians that are in the area. And it is very important that these children get on the bus safely and then to their schools safely, and also from school at home, and same thing. Don't try to pass the buses when the red lights are flashing. That is, without a doubt, probably one of the most unsafest things you can do.
And it could be pretty expensive too if you get a ticket.
Without a doubt, that's probably one of the most expensive tickets you can get. It starts at $570 and could also incur 3 points on your record for passing a
And
school
how
bus.
much is that again?
$570.
So our officers will be out there looking for people trying to pass these school buses.
We will. At the start of the school year, we're always out looking for those that are violating the school bus laws. And the biggest thing that I hear when I'm out there enforcing that law is they didn't understand that they couldn't stop, or they had to stop for the bus. So for instance, where I see a lot of the violations, it's on the bigger roads, those that are having 4, 5 lanes of traffic. If there's no physical barrier, for instance, a grass median, a jersey wall, or a concrete barrier of any form, then you need to go off and stop for that bus if it's going in the opposite direction as well. And that seems to be the biggest problem that I hear.
In terms of pedestrian safety, what would you like to tell our viewers for the back-to-school season?
Same thing with the pedestrians. Is let's not forget that we can be distracted while walking. Everyone sees on videos, people are walking and they're texting on their cell phone, talking on their cell phone, and not looking forward when they trip over something and fall down. Or we've seen the ones where they trip and fall into the water source. So, biggest thing, be aware of your surroundings. Walking, put that cell phone down. Also, make sure you use the crosswalks when you're crossing the streets. Without a doubt, if you're in a crosswalk, it becomes a lot safer for you. You have signals that are there to help you out. The red lights are there. Use the pedestrian signals. Push the buttons. Make sure you cross when they tell you to cross, not when you think it's best to cross at your own time.
Now, if our viewers wanted to get a hold of you, if they had additional questions, what's the telephone number they can call you at?
The easiest way to get a hold of us is our phone number at 410-887-7364.
And thank you for being with us on Police Report.
Thank you for having us.
We have been talking with Officer Jonathan Strickler and Miss Susan Joyner of the Traffic Resource Section. If you would like more information, please contact the Traffic Resource Management Office at 410-887-7364. Once again, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having us again.
My name is Captain Robert McCullough, and you're watching Police Report.
It's about putting others first. It's doing your best at whatever you do. It's about being honest with yourself, with everything. It's all of these. It's more. It's commitment. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls. But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys know statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to make sure your child is protected.
Welcome back to Police Report. If you missed any part of this program or would like to see it again, it is available on the web. To see it, just go to the Baltimore County Police Department website and then click on Media Relations link and then click on Police TV. You can also follow the Baltimore County Police Department on Facebook and Twitter. That brings us to the end of this edition of Police Report, brought to you by the men and women of the Baltimore County Police Department and Chief Terrence Sheridan. Thanks for joining us today, and we hope you'll be with us next time. I'm Captain Rob McCullough saying, be kind to one another.